Huskers bring it out to the 25-yard line. And we will see Chubba Purdy get the start for Nebraska. Anthony Grant is the tailback. Two tight ends. And Grant, one of the top rushers in the Big Ten, breaking tackles. He's got midfield, still going, and pushed out of bounds after a gain of 35-yard line of 35. Low snap, screen pass. Vokalek, the tight end, rumbles inside the 35. Delayed handoff. Grant slipped the initial tackler and picks up a yard. It brings up third down. This Nebraska team trying to snap a two-game losing streak. Minnesota's got one of the best third down defenses in the country. Misdirection, it works. First down, Nebraska. It's Grant again, a gain of a dozen. Tyler Nubin brings him down. And the ball now at the 22 of the Gophers. When you play Minnesota, it's imperative to get ahead early. Nebraska on the verge of doing that.
It certainly is. You have to get Minnesota out of what they want to do, and that's play with a lead, run the football, control the clock. So like you just said, if you can get a quick touchdown early in this ball game for Nebraska, that's huge.
Screen pass. Trey Palmer turns the corner and jets out of bounds close to the marker. He's going to be a yard shy. They give us to Grant. And a first down, Nebraska at the 11-yard line. Not quite first and goal. Palmer's the slot man, and he motions. Back to the ground, back to Grant. And he hammerheads to the 5-yard line, 6 more. Kyler Ball made the stop. 57 rush yards for Anthony Grant on this opening drive. He gets it again. Grant lunges forward. He's going to be shy of the goal line, but he might have a first down. He's going to be awfully close. It'll bring up 3rd and inches. So a chance to pick up a first down if they don't get a touchdown. Purdy keeps it. Waltzes in. Touchdown, Nebraska. He's got Mohamed Ibrahim in the backfield, one of the nation's top backs. And surprise, surprise, they feed Ibrahim, who comes into the game needing 45 yards for 1,000. Ibrahim again. Not much, only a yard. It brings up 3rd down. Gophers in their wins, better than 75% on 3rd downs. A 4-man twist. Morgan flushed, chased, flagged down, and so is Tanner Morgan. It's Caleb Tanner with the sack.
Holding. Offense number 69. The penalty is declined. 4th down.
This a 3 and out. Low snap. Crawford just got rid of it. And this one rolls dead at the 44 of Nebraska. Purdy downfield, Palmer leaping, and he can't hold on. The safety Jordan Howden was in coverage. There's Anthony Grant, zigzags his way to midfield. And he'll bring up 3rd down, about 4 to go, a gain of 6. Grant on that opening drive had 60 rushing yards for Nebraska. Purdy to the air, steps up, room to run. First down, Nebraska, as Purdy slides down inside the 40, a gain of a baker's dozen. And that's the other part of his game that you see on display.
If you're going to play man-to-man defense, which Minnesota did there on that third down, the one person that you have to keep eyes on, which you're not going to have in that man-to-man defense, is Chuba. Chuba can beat you with his arm. Like we said, he throws a good deep ball, but he's also very athletic, and he can pick up first downs with his legs.
Mickey Joseph was telling us he wants to see his quarterback run when those chances are there. His brother Vance, longtime D coordinator in the NFL, former head coach of the Broncos, told Mickey, hey, the one thing I hate as a D coordinator is when a quarterback takes off. Purdy stands in the pocket, and that one broken up. There's Palmer, his second catch, and he is shoved out of bounds by Newman. It'll set up a third down for Nebraska, and right here you might be in four-down territory. Purdy scrambles right, being chased. He'll run, first down, and he slides down inside the 20. Two tight ends, single back is Grant. Grant up the middle. Barrels inside the 10, a gain of 11, and a first and goal for Nebraska. And this offense looking as in sync as it's looked in weeks.
I'll tell you what, the physicality the offensive line is playing with right now is super impressive. Right there, Ethan Piper and Trent Hickson at center doing a tremendous job on their combo blocks, working up to the second level. I'll tell you what, this offensive line came to play today.
On second and goal, that's Grant again, tunnels for just a yard, so third down now from the 6.
Nebraska shifting into an unbalanced formation.
Purdy looks right, nothing there, over the middle, nearly intercepted through the hands of Howden, and it'll bring up fourth and goal, and here comes the kick team. Nebraska caught a break. Timmy Bleekrode, the Furman transfer, two-time all-conference in the SoCon, on for a 24-yard kick, and he drills it. And he cyclones to the 26-yard line. To the air, Morgan loads up, downfield, and incomplete, intended for Michael Brown-Stevens. This Minnesota offense just has not had the same success throwing vertically since the injury to their best receiver, Chris Ottman-Bell. Again to the air. That one is caught by Jackson, who gets out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Daniel Jackson, one of the receivers who stepped up with the injury to Ottman-Bell. This is an experienced Minnesota offense. You've got a sixth-year center, the best center in the country, in John Michael Schmitz. He snaps to a sixth-year quarterback, who a lot of the times hands off to a sixth-year running back in Ibrahim.
Yeah, it's really unprecedented, that COVID year, giving these guys extra time. A lot of these guys should be in their second season in the National Football League, but they're still playing college football for Minnesota. It's really impressive.
Ibrahim, patient run, and that's the strength of his game, the vision and the ability to wait for things to develop. Morgan again to the air, hits Brown-Stevens on the slant, and a first down for the nephew of John Legend, a pickup of 8. Nebraska has had its issues against the run this year. High snap, busted play, Morgan able to squeak out a yard, second down and 9. Morgan again to the air, another slant, and Brown-Stevens holds on, a couple of yards shy of the marker. Already we're seeing what the 10-0 deficit has done. It's taken Minnesota out of its bread and butter. They're throwing it way more than they want to already.
Yeah, let's be honest. Minnesota, they want to run the football on first, second, and third down. So for them to get into passing situations on first and second down, that's not what Minnesota does. But credit Tanner Morgan. He's being very efficient, very accurate in that short to intermediate game thus far.
Morgan came back last week after suffering a head injury 3 weeks ago. Was carted off the field against Illinois, missed the following game against Penn State. That's Potts, and he's got just enough to move the chains. In their 5 wins this season, Minnesota on third down at 76%. 25% in the 3 losses. Potts tries to bounce it to the outside, and he's ambushed back at the 43-yard line. They gave him a little forward progress. Ernest Hausman, the freshman linebacker, who stepped up with the injury to Nick Henrich, making the play.
Big Ten Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you want an edge in the competitive market, Rocket can.
Minnesota with its best looking drive, 2nd and 12. This will be the 9th play. They've chewed up more than 4 minutes of clock already. And now Morgan changing the play. Play clock down to 1. They just get it off. Ibrahim is swarmed, a loss of another yard. Garrett Nelson, the veteran on that D-line, team leader in TFLs, comes up with another one. Morgan over the middle, dropped. His sure-handed tight end, Brevin Spanford, who's their top pass catcher, dropped it. It's 4th down. Crawford's punt is fair caught by Oliver Martin. 3rd drive for Nebraska. Grant gets the edge, snakes back inside, and picks up 6 on the play. Anthony Grant up to 86 yards. And here we are, barely a minute into the 2nd quarter. Purdy to the air. Chased. Finds his man on the screen. And that is Chancellor Brewington, who picks up 5. It's a 1st down for Nebraska. Palmer slips a tackle and picks up a Nebraska 1st down. There's Purdy, eluding the pursuit, and then finally taken down by Cody Lindenberg, who took over a starting role last week. Low snap. Here's Grant again. There's that one cut, but he does not get very far. So 3rd down and long coming up. Minnesota has given up points on both of Nebraska's first 2 drives, but this defense, the numbers jump off the charts. Now, a lot of that you have to remember when you get into totals, it's because Minnesota generally plays a shrunken game, but this is where they excel. 3rd downs, opponents under 25%. That's number 2 in the country.
Certainly, and anytime you're in 3rd and long, regardless of your opponent, it's going to be tough sledding. Need to see Chubba Purdy here be very smart with the football, no unforced errors.
Pressure coming, Purdy in trouble, rolling right, and has to throw it away. Mariano Sori-Marin, number 55, among the Gophers in pursuit. He's the heartbeat of that defense.
He certainly is. Great football player. He was the FCS Punter of the Year for the Montana Grizzlies.
You would have punched me if I didn't let you get that in today. A 52-yard kick. Bryce Williams is the running back in there for Minnesota. On the fly sweep, nothing doing. A loss of 3 for Minnesota. Ball on the ground. ground. Minnesota covers it up. Just uncharacteristic of this Minnesota offense. Usually they're productive on first down and second down. Very rarely do they end up with third and long. In fact, when it's happened, it's been the games that they've lost.
Yeah, Nebraska really has Minnesota out of their game. You know, Minnesota's used to delivering the blow. They punch people in the mouth. Well, Nebraska came out today and said, no, 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 not at Memorial Stadium, not today. We're going to hit you first, and we're going to see how you react.
Morgan flushed, sacked. Caleb Tanner's second of the game. Crawford punting from the E in Huskers, and a flag is down as the play clock hits 0.
Before the ball was snapped, timeout, Minnesota. They're first to the half.
Line drive kick. Fair catch called for and made. After a 40-yard punt, Nebraska taking over in plus territory from the 48-yard line. And movement up front.
False start. Offense number 59. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Steps up, flushed right, dancing in the pocket, and then just goes down inside the 45-yard line. It brings up third down. Johnson goes wide. He catches the screen and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Just has not been able to break that big play so far. A gain of 4. They keep it on the ground. Ibrahim charges ahead. It sets up 3rd and 2. And you're right, this is part of the Minnesota formula. Their strength on that offensive line is experience. Ibrahim with a first down. It's old school Big Ten football. Morgan to the air, downfield, has a receiver open, incomplete. It hit Michael Brown-Stevens, the safety Marquise Buford in coverage. There's a flag down back at the 27.
It's like ineligible
downfield on the forward pass. Offense number 60, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Morgan again to the air. There's Michael Brown-Stevens, makes a man miss, and pushed out of bounds near the 40. He got 12 on the play. Bryce Williams will be a little short. Picked up a couple. O'Shawn Mathis, the TCU transfer, made the tackle. Ibrahim hit by Tanner. No gain. It's 4th down.
Good decision to punt the football away.
And a timeout by Minnesota. Oliver Martin makes the fair catch at the 20-yard line, a 39-yard punt. Has all 3 timeouts, 2:18 to go. And Anthony Grant is turned back, a loss of a yard on the play, 2nd down and 11. Minnesota will get the ball to begin the 3rd quarter.
Nebraska not going to be in a rush here. Want to try to run some clock while still trying to pick up some first downs, get some points. But the last thing you want to do is play so fast, go 3 and out, and risk giving the football back to Minnesota.
And remember, Minnesota only has 1 timeout. On the ground. And there is is Grant across the 20 to the 24. Third down. Clock continues to run. Third and 7 for Nebraska. Grant goes wide. Purdy has time, throws, dangerous. Nobody was open, and it's incomplete. Fourth down. Good kick. Redding, fair catch. Inside the 25-yard line, a 56-yard punt. 4 wide. Morgan to the air. Threw it behind Jackson, who makes the catch. He picked up a couple. The clock continues to run. Full-man pressure. Morgan steps up and is crushed. Ty Robinson the sack. Drive kick out of the end zone.
Into the end zone for a touchback.
His team down 2 scores. And he will throw here on first down. No, he'll tuck and run. Gets the edge and scampers out of bounds. He gives you that dimension which Tanner Morgan really doesn't. Handoff. Ibrahim breaks a tackle. And tornadoes across the 35 for a first down. Luke Reimer, Nebraska's leading tackler, making the stop. Number 28, Reimer, came to the Huskers as a walk-on, put on scholarship in 2020. And when Nick Henrich, the other key linebacker for Nebraska, went down, Reimer's role changed. He had to become more of a leader on that defense. Has to get rid of it. Incomplete. Pressure coming from the nickelback Isaac Gifford. So both teams now down to their backup quarterback in this game. Play action. Throw on the run, complete to Jackson. And a first down in Nebraska territory, a gain of 16. In 8 games this season, Minnesota has scored a touchdown on its first possession of the third quarter. 6 times. Ibrahim split wide. Kaliak Manis hit. He's got his tight end, Span Ford. A gain of 9 to the 39 for Brevin Span Ford, who's on pace to become the first Minnesota tight end to lead the team in receiving yards since Max Williams about 8 years ago. And Max Williams currently in his 8th season in the NFL.
Great throw by Athan. He's got a 6'6", 310-pound defensive tackle breathing down his neck, stands tall and strong in the pocket, delivers that football with accuracy. That's a big-time play for a young quarterback on the road.
On the ground, Ibrahim sheds the tackle, spins away, and he's got a first down to the Nebraska 32. A pickup of 7. The tight end in motion. Ibrahim powers through that Nebraska defense. And he's to the 27-yard line, second down.
You know, every once in a while you got to bring in the backup quarterback to generate a little bit of a spark. I know this obviously wasn't planned. Tanner's out due to injury. But every once in a while, sometimes when you just shake it up and you get the guy out there, you know, when you're the backup quarterback, you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get. So when you step foot on the field, you bring a different set of juice and energy, and you're really seeing that with the Minnesota offense right now.
Span forward, the motion man. Ibrahim devoured. Garrett Nelson, the TFL, it brings up third down. Play clock down to 1. Kaliak Manis too much heat. He wanted Lemecki Brockington. It's 4th down. And Matthew Trickett now will try to get the Gophers on the board with his leg. This will be a 47-yarder. It would be a season long. And the kick is good.
The kick is good.
The field goal by Trickett. Minnesota gets on the board.
Big Ten Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you want an edge in the competitive market, Rocket can.
Grant tumbles for a loss of a yard. He had 14 carries for 89 yards in that first half. Now, the other part of the quarterback equation for Nebraska, Casey Thompson out today, had numbness in his arm after getting hit last week against Illinois. Could we see Logan Smothers as Purdy rolls to his right, has a running lane, and slides down and mark him at the 29-yard line, a gain of 4. So 3rd down coming up, but Logan Smothers got the first series last week after Casey Thompson went down.
Yeah, I think there's a great chance we see Logan Smothers today. Listen, he split the reps with Chuba in practice 50-50 all week. He's ready to go. He brings a different element. He's more of a speed option type of guy that can also throw the football. So I would not be surprised to see Logan in this second half if Chuba's not able to settle in and make some throws down the field.
And a timeout by Minnesota. Having some difficulty in the substitution game, so P.J. Fleck calls time. It's a 3rd down for Nebraska. Ball inside the 30. Purdy under pressure, chased, has to get rid of it, and almost intercepted. Terrell Smith had a beat on it, dove for it. It hits the ground, and it's 4th down.
Nebraska getting lucky there. That's the one thing they cannot do today. They cannot give Minnesota a short field. Don't make the big mistake. Don't have the turnover. Reserve the right to punt. Right there, Chuba. That's one. I get it. He's just trying to throw the ball away. He's under duress, but you got to chuck that one out of bounds and don't even give the defense a chance to put their hands on it.
He's gotten away with 2. There was one in the end zone that went through the hands of Howden. Low snap. Redding fighting the sun inside the 15. Serpents across the 20 after a 58-yard kick. Ibrahim picked up the blitz downfield. It's caught. Dalen Wright inside the 40 of Nebraska. Kaliak-Manis providing the spark here in this 3rd quarter. Ibrahim, stiff arm and pulled down. Jabbing right to stop. We saw the run game in the Penn State start. 7 carries, 45 yards for Kaliak-Manis. He'll move the pocket. He had Spanford, looks him off, throws across his body over the middle. Incomplete, high degree of difficulty. Minnesota only 2 for 7 on 3rd down today.
Fourth and long, I would expect to see this one punted away.
Oliver Martin makes the fair catch inside the 10. A long way to go for Nebraska. Here is Grant. And he's to the 14-yard line, and there is a new quarterback for Nebraska. So Chuba Purdy got the start in place of the injured Casey Thompson. Logan Smothers, who saw a series last week against Illinois, comes in. Brock, he can run.
He certainly can. He's very fast. It's really the first thing the coaching staff said about Logan is his speed and how elite it is. He has a different element by being able to do some speed option like we're seeing right here. And he's a very accurate passer down the field. They said he split the reps with Chuba in practice this week 50-50, so he should be very well prepared for this moment.
4 for 9 on 3rd down so far against one of the best 3rd down defenses in the country. Smothers rolls right. Throws on the run, incomplete. Looking for Oliver Martin, the Odysseus of the Big Ten. He's played at Michigan, he's played at Iowa, now at Nebraska, and has scored a touchdown for all three. Fourth down.
Oliver Martin had a step there. Logan Smothers, if he gets that ball out in front on Martin's front pad, I think that's an easy first down for the Cornhuskers. You see there, Martin had to slow up just a little bit, which allows the defensive back to get back into the play and create the pass breakup.
That's now 4 straight 3-and-outs for Nebraska. Very little traction since those first 2 drives. Bushini's kick lands at the 40. Redding lets it bounce, and it rolls inside the 30, down at the 28. There's a flag all the way back at the 18.
During the kick, personal foul, face mask, receiving team number 32. The penalty is half the distance to the goal from the end of the kick. First down.
Kaliak-Manis fakes. He's got time. Stands in the pocket. Downfield. Jackson's open. Makes the catch. He has unlocked the vertical passing game for Minnesota.
There's a totally different mindset, you can tell, with Athan out there playing quarterback. There's more of an aggressive play calling coming from Kirk Shiraka. Right there, just calling a double move, a deep in and go. Nebraska biting on the cheese. And you see there, Daniel Jackson doing the rest, wide open. That's one, if Athan can get it out a little bit earlier and take a little air off of it, you might have the home run ball. But nevertheless, great play call, great execution.
4 catches, 75 yards for Jackson. Kaliak-Manis has it on the keeper, fooled the defense, and brings it to the 25-yard line. Gifford and Newsom take him down. A gain of 16. Give to Ibrahim. Hit in the backfield, gets away. And who else? Caleb Tanner, another TFL. He's been everywhere today. Number 2, the Tornado. 7 TFLs for the Nebraska defense, second and long. Kaliak-Manis throws on the run. Jackson, his 5th catch. And hit hard at the 15-yard line by Miles Farmer, a gain of 12. Ibrahim leads the nation in red zone touchdowns for a running back with 12. And when he gets close, he can sense it. Ibrahim, touchdown!
You like the results the first time you call the play, so call it a second time. That was the same play call in back-to-back plays.
Wildcat, Anthony Grant. Picks up 3. Nebraska with 4 straight 3-and-outs.
So you get the sense of where Nebraska's at, right? They made a quarterback change. Logan Smothers came in last series to try to create a spark. Then this drive, you start in Wildcat. You can tell that Nebraska offense is stalling, and they're trying to find a spark.
Purdy's back in there at quarterback. Over the middle, incomplete off the hands of a reaching Vogeluk. 3rd down, and facing another 3-and-out. There's the blitz. Purdy in trouble, backpedaling, gets rid of it and throws it away. And it's 4th down. And now the 3-and-outs are starting to pile up. And what that does, it makes this a war of attrition. Minnesota can blind you. They can keep the defense out on the field. And that sets up the Gophers in the 4th quarter. That's their formula. Good punt by Bushini. Redding from the 16. And dropped at the 22. A 6-yard return, a 56-yard punt. 8 Ethan Kaliak-Manis has sparked this Minnesota offense. That time, they handed the bell cow Ibrahim for a gain of 8. And Ibrahim again. They able to eke out about 2 or 3. 36 carries last week, and that's not even his career high. That was 41. Again, Ibrahim into Nebraska territory to the 48. 11 more. That was his 20th carry. He's up to 75 yards total. There is a Minnesota player down back at the 40. 25 yards away from a 17th straight 100-yard game for Mo Ibrahim. First pass of the drive on the deep slant. It's Dalen Wright. And that's a first down to the 33, a gain of 16. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. This time they hand it off, and Ibrahim gets a couple of yards, up to 76 on the ball game. Wide open receiver, it's dropped. Brown Stevens. That was perfectly called. They saw the numbers. They had the one-on-one matchup. Receiver's got to catch the ball. Here's the blitz. One-on-one coverage on the outside. The throw incomplete. Intended for Michael Brown Stevens. That time Nebraska said, okay, enough of this. We're going to dictate with some pressure.
Absolutely, and you just said it. We want to take back control of this game. We want to dictate how things are going to flow. I tell you what, Ethan Kaliak-Manis, he stood in that pocket and he took a monster hit from Miles Farmer. Miles Farmer blitzing from the safety position, coming untouched. Ethan kind of got his arm stuck in a weird spot. Be interesting to see how he feels on that next series.
This will be a 49-yarder for the lead. Trickett's kick up and good. Terrell Smith was ready to blitz off the corner, and we get a play. We get a flag. Delay of game.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
That's simply just a young quarterback in Chubba Purdy. He recognized that the corner cat blitz was going to be coming from the boundary, the bottom of your screen. It kind of got him to froze rather than snap the football, which led to the delay of game.
On 1st and 15, Purdy's pass over the middle looked like it was tipped. Flag down at the end of the play.
There is no foul on the play for targeting.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
Second down.
Anthony Grant trying to get to the outside. And that is no gain. It'll bring up 3rd and long. Mariano Sori-Marin is there for the stop. Purdy just one of his last 5. Launches downfield for Palmer. It's intercepted. Picked off by Smith. First turnover of the game, and Minnesota will take over inside the 35 of Nebraska. Ibrahim straight up the gut. Across the 25. First down for Minnesota. A gain of 9. He gets the call once more, and hammerheads to the 20. Minnesota content to bleed as much clock as they can. Ibrahim balls inside the 15.
This is a huge third down for Nebraska. They need to find a way to force a field goal here if they want to stay in this ball game.
What do you think? 24 up the middle? And bounce it to the outside. Stiff arm. And finally bumped out of bounds inside the 10. First and goal, Minnesota.
Mohamed Ibrahim.
Once more. Ibrahim crawls forward to the 3-yard line. Less than 10 minutes to go in regulation. They've got a fullback in front of Ibrahim. Ibrahim again. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
Minnesota just imposing their will, their size, their strength. Once again, the strength of that unit is the offensive line and the running back. And they showed us there, marching right down the field after the turnover by simply just running the football.
A 7-play, 33-yard drive, and every single play was a handoff to Mo Ibrahim.
Why wouldn't it be? Until you can stop it, just keep going back to it. You know it's safe. You're not putting the ball in harm's way.
The PAT by Trickett is good.
22 to play.
Logan Smothers is in at quarterback. He keeps, and he's dragged down from behind by Ja Joyner. A gain of 5. Trey Palmer, the LSU transfer, B-buttons his way across the 35 for a first down. Create a hole, and he picks up 9. A 100-yard rushing game for Anthony Grant, his 5th of the season. He came to Nebraska as a highly touted recruit out of junior college, where he was the National JUCO Offensive Player of the Year at New Mexico Military Institute. On 2nd and 1, Grant again spins away. He's got midfield. Out of bounds at the 45. Turned away by Terrell Smith. 9 more and a first down. Best looking drive Nebraska has had since the first quarter. Smothers chased, escaping. And he's going to be hit for a loss. -2 on the play. 2nd down and 12.
Number 46.
Johnson pulled down from behind by Trey Carter. No gain. 3rd and long. Johnson again. Cuts it back inside. And gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Cody Lindenberg the first to greet him. 4th and 10. Bluebird starting to rain down. The offense has not scored since the first quarter.
I know what the Bluebirds are coming out for. They don't like the call. They want to see a pass, but I know what they were doing. Mark Whipple knew it was 4-down territory, so with a young quarterback in there, he was trying to run the football to get it into 4th and manageable.
And a timeout by Minnesota. Ball on the 45 of Minnesota.
In critical moments, you got to go to your go-to player. Watch for Trey Palmer at the top of your screen.
Smothers lets it fly downfield for Palmer. Reaches up. And it's incomplete. That was Marcus Washington.
After review, the receiver secured control of the ball with the foot still on the ground. It is a catch. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
That's a game changer. 6:06 to go. It changes the entire complexion of this ball game. Grant is wrestled down at the line of scrimmage by Cody Lindenberg. Palmer slot left. Grant goes wide. Grant down the screen. Hurdles a defender. Out of bounds inside the 10.
Number 10.
Bring up 3rd down Smothers rolling out to Brewington, who can't bring it in. They'll bring up fourth down, and Nebraska with a field goal can make this a one-score game. Flag at the end of the play.
Ineligible downfield on the forward pass. Offense number 69. The penalty is declined. Fourth down.
And the kick is good. 13 carries the last 2 Minnesota drives. And he gets it on fourth down. Lowers his head and gets over Miles Farmer for a gain of 3. Minnesota will likely let this play clock run. Nebraska has 2 timeouts. We talked about it earlier. When Minnesota is rolling, they shrink the game. You get fewer possessions. Ibrahim, and he's got a first down. All the way to the 38-yard line, a gain of 10. And in this second half, Minnesota essentially put the game in his hands, and he's delivered. He only had 18 yards at halftime. 104 in the second half. And he gets it once more. And tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Maga Clements with the stop. Second down. 3:19 to go. We get a timeout. Kaliak-Manis will keep it, looking for the edge. Only got a couple. He's to the 41. Buford with the big tackle. And now the biggest play of the game for this Nebraska defense. It's third down. Ibrahim rumbles right to the marker. And it looks like he's got enough to move the chains. Hey, why not? He's been old, reliable all season. Throughout his career, it's a first down for Minnesota, and Nebraska out of timeouts. We get a whistle.
Was the runner made the line to gain for a first down? The play is under further review. The runner was down with the ball a half yard short of the line to gain. It will be fourth down and a half yard at the 40.
Ramir Johnson is in the backfield. Smothers, hands to Johnson, changing direction. And tackled by Lindenberg, who's had a nice game. Only a yard, no timeouts, so the clock continues to run. Smothers under pressure, and down he goes, Thomas Rush. Third down, 11 to go. Smothers over the middle, completes. First down, Washington at the 42-yard line, a gain of 31. Clock continues to run now. Smothers to the outside. It's caught by Palmer. He's thrown out of bounds. Smothers again to the air. Sideline throw, too far. He wanted Brewington. Smothers, rolling right, directing traffic, throws downfield, incomplete. It's fourth down. Empty. Smothers over the middle. Incomplete. Newton knocked it away. Palmer was there. And Minnesota, a couple of kneel downs from bowl eligibility.
Kaliak-Manis